2 weeks after Donald Trump declared a national emergency for the United States of America, I posted a very short statement on our website. It became very clear to us that since the national emergency was declared on March 13th, 2020, we would be living in medical martial law, or something I call biofascism. 10 months later, on January 30th, 2021, the CDC announced via Twitter decree, since this is apparently how we are governed now, that to refuse to wear a mask on any public or private transport would be a violation of federal law. The CDC are citing laws that were put in place years ago, which I will include in links in the description below. Some as far back as the 1940s, but most which were put into place in October of 2019. What else took place in October of 2019? As I mentioned in this blog post, China won the bid to control the port at Haifa in Israel. And in this blog post, I mentioned the Transition Integrity Project and also briefly reference Event 201, the gaming simulation that play acted out what various agencies would do in the event of a pandemic. The CFR and USC codes that the CDC is citing to enforce mask wearing on all public transport apply to persons or carriers already known to have a communicable disease or those things which are proven to be biohazards. By applying these codes to you, they are claiming with the support of every transportation agency and carrier that all human souls are now considered biological hazards, whether they are or not. These federal regulation codes allow for random quarantines and lockdowns indefinitely. They also open up windows of opportunity for more tech surveillance. To disobey the mask wearing or to exercise autonomy over your body and refuse surveillance, the CDC warns that a human soul is in violation of federal law. Federal crimes allow for hefty penalties and fines and prison time. Since we are now all considered biohazards based on these federal codes the CDC is citing in their mask mandate, militarized surveillance technology purchased by Hunter Biden and Chaz Hines in 2013 can now be rolled out among the general population. This technology is there. It is being rolled out in buses and airplanes and in train stations. The Department of Homeland Security was able to convince a non-threatening society that we were all potential terrorists. It's because of this, scanners at airports were installed and the agency, the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, was formed. These scanners and these individuals enjoyed lofty salaries, stocks went up, and investments were made. All of these benefits came about as a result of oppressing a society into believing they needed to be safe from a non-existent threat after September 11th, 2001. The fear industrial complex knows no end. Human souls will allow themselves to be humiliated, degraded, punctured, scanned, and even anally probed, all in the interest of their own safety. Apparently, the average human being feels it's more important for corporations and governing bodies to become wealthy at the expense of their own control over their body and dignity. It's clear the American sentiment feels that all of this is okay, or maybe they're just in denial of these invasive rollouts. At any rate, people seem to be supporting the CDC's assertion that a healthy society is a biohazard and are happily going into quarantine and allowing their bodies to be used for biological mining. Do you consider yourself a biohazard? Are you committing a federal crime because you feel uncomfortable concealing your identity or allowing your body to be scanned every time you take a city bus or a city train or an airplane? Or are you fine with all this because it doesn't affect you? For now.
Book of Hours are artists here to empower and embolden your response to the constant negative sound bites that attack your news and social media feeds. In order to continue making the video essays and art you've come to enjoy, we need your support. Make a one-time donation or become a patron. Thank you.